Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to make a pen, but we're going to make a pen out of a 1/2-inch aluminum tube and the hardware from a Virage ballpoint pen kit. Except what we're going to do is we're not going to use the brass tube. In just a minute you'll see how we do that. But also what's going to be interesting is the finish we're going to put on this. Something a little new, something different that I've not done before. So we'll see how it happens. And I hope you enjoy it. If you like our videos, I'm going to ask you up front here if you'll like our video, give us a thumbs up, and share our videos with other people, if you will. It really helps us reach a bigger audience. We really will appreciate that. Now, let's get busy making this pen. Okay, to start with, we have to take our aluminum tube and cut it down to 1.756 or 76 inches long. I've got it marked here. And then we'll drill the ID out to 0.386. That'll let our pen components to be pressed directly into this. We won't need the tube. The inside diameter of the tube, if it were being made as a normal pen kit, would be 0.386. And then once we do that, then we'll turn it to an outside diameter of 470, and that's what the outside diameter of the bushings would be for this. So first off, we'll trim it and square it up, so that I know when it's square. I've put a black X with a magic marker on both sides, and when all the black ink is gone, then I know I have it squared up. Okay, using my blank squaring method that you've seen before. If you haven't, there's a video I'll link below. And I'm just going to square the end of the tube up. Okay, now because we're going to press the pen components directly into our aluminum tube, we need to widen that hole up to the diameter of the inside diameter of the tube, which is 0.386, and that's the equivalent to a W lettered bit. So that's what I'll use, and we'll drill this out to 0.386. Okay, I've put my 1/2-inch collet chuck in. I've got our aluminum tube chucked up, and I've got a W bit installed, and I've slowed the lathe down to 500 RPMs, and now we can drill.
There we are. Now we're ready to turn it down to a 470 outside diameter. Okay, we need to turn it down to the size of the bushings for Sierra. So that right there will be our dimension. We are very, very close. It's within 1/1000th and a half. Now I'm going to take some about 400 grit sandpaper and prep this up for the finish that we're going to put on it. I do not want that bright chrome finish on it, but we'll see what the finish will be. Give you a close-up of it. Now if we were ready to assemble, that is in the condition that it's ready to assemble under ordinary conditions. But we're not finished. Hold on.
Well, we have our pen blank ready to put a finish on, and we're going to try something new today. We're going to try hydro dipping. I don't know if you've heard about it or not, but you can research it. It's not going to be a how-to video on hydro dipping, but it's we're going to try hydro dipping our blank with a carbon fiber print, and it's very interesting. And for this particular kit, to prepare the blank, you have to put a gray primer and then a base coat on it, and I have put a light blue base coat on it and let it dry. Now we're ready to do the hydro dipping. Well, once you get your hydro dip set up, and you can go to mydipkit.com for all kinds of information about how to hydro dip. I'm using my dip kit black and clear carbon fiber kit number DKCF152, and they have instructional videos that'll show you how to do this. When you lay your film in, you want to be careful not to get water on the upside. It'll destroy the film. You carefully place it and you let it hydrate for about a minute. Again, you can go to mydipkit.com and get all kinds of instructions on how this works. But essentially, you lay your film a certain side down and it hydrates, and then we'll spray it with an activator, and then we'll dip our part down on it, and this image will just wrap around. It's really pretty simple, pretty amazing. You let it hydrate for about 60 seconds, then we'll spray it with some activator, and then pretty quickly thereafter, within 15 or 20 seconds, we'll dip our part.
There you can see our images on it. Now I have to go rinse it for a couple of minutes. Well, here you can see our blank once it's been dipped and rinsed. You have to rinse it to stop that etching process. Now I'm going to let this dry for a little while, and then I'm going to put a CA finish on it just like normal, and then we will assemble the pen. With this particular pen kit, we just have to press one end into the tube, and then the rest of it slips down over. We have to assemble this part, but we really only have to press one end into the tube. We locate our clip. Can see we pressed it right directly into our aluminum tube. That's all we need for. Set that aside for a moment. Now we press this into here. And there's our aluminum pen, hydro dipped with a blue carbon fiber, put on a gunmetal finish. There we go. There we can see some of it. Really turned out nice. Well, that is our aluminum pen with a carbon fiber dipped decoration or finish on it. Now really the only special thing that you need outside your normal pen making equipment is a good assortment of drill bits. I had the lettered drill bits. Sometimes you need a numbered drill bit. It depends on what you're doing. But my lettered drill bit set came from Harbor Freight. I'll try to put a link in the description below. We hope you enjoyed it. A little something different. You can use that hydro dipping to do a lot of different things. Check out the videos at mydipkit.com. It's not a sponsored video either. It's just the only place that I know where you can go to get almost anything you need to know about hydro dipping small items like this. Thanks for watching, and until next time, be creative, be thoughtful, and be safe.